So continuing with the mechanism of drug resistance, so one mechanism is by decreased affinity and the second mechanism is by alternative metabolic pathways which is used by the microorganisms. Now let me tell you the third mechanism of the drug resistance. The third mechanism of development of drug resistance is the elaboration of enzymes which inactivate the drug. Right? So, elaboration of enzymes which will inactivate the drug. Right? Elaboration of enzymes which inactivate the drug. Now, what are the examples here? You see here, there are certain enzymes which are produced by the microorganisms. These enzymes produced by the microorganisms, they will inactivate the antibiotics, right? Thereby, that is one of the mechanism of the development of drug resistance. For example, we have what is called as beta-lactamases. So if you take this beta-lactamases, these are the enzymes which will inactivate penicillin, right? Which will also inactivate the cephalosporins. Right? Which will also inactivate the cephalosporins. Now, we have another enzyme which will inactivate the antibiotic, that is the chloramphenicol acetyltransferase. Right? So if you take this chloramphenicol acetyltransferase, remember this chloramphenicol acetyltransferase will inactivate the chloramphenicol. Right, will inactivate the chloramphenicol. Alright, next we have another group of enzymes which will inactivate the aminoglycosides, that is your aminoglycoside inactivating enzymes. Right, aminoglycosides inactivating enzymes. The example what we have is aminoglycosides. Right, the examples what we have is the aminoglycosides. So aminoglycoside inactivating enzyme will inactivate the aminoglycosides. So this is one way of the development of the drug resistance, that is elaboration of enzyme which will inactivate the drug. The enzymes what we have is beta-lactamases, the chloramphenicol acetyltransferase, and then aminoglycoside inactivating enzyme. Alright, next let me tell you the other mechanism of development of the drug resistance. The other mechanism is the decreased drug permeability. Right, the other mechanism is decreased drug permeability. Now, so if you see this particular decreased drug permeability, this decreased drug permeability is due to loss of specific channels, right? There are specific channels within the cell wall of the bacteria, right? Now, the specific channels which are present within the cell wall of the bacteria, what they do is, these specific channels, they will attract the drug or they will cause the transfer of the antibiotic. Now what is happening? There is decreased drug permeability due to loss of the specific channels. Alright. So decreased drug permeability is due to loss of specific channels, right? Now, what are the examples of this? Right? What are the examples of this? The examples of this is the aminoglycosides and tetracyclines. So remember, aminoglycosides and tetracyclines, remember, they attain much of decreased drug permeability, right? How do they develop? So these aminoglycosides and tetracyclines, they attain lower drug concentration in the resistant organism than in the sensitive organisms, right? Aminoglycosides and tetracyclines, they attain lower drug concentration in the resistant organism than in the sensitive organism. And what is the mechanism? That is due to loss of specific channels, right? That is due to loss of specific channels. Next, the other mechanism is the development of the efflux pumps. Right, the development of the efflux pumps. So if you take the efflux pumps, remember this particular efflux pumps, they are required for the extrusion of the drug, right? So the development of these efflux pumps, what does these efflux pumps do? These efflux pumps, remember, they will cause the extrusion of the drug. Right? They will cause the extrusion of the drug. Now, by causing the extrusion of the drug, the organism will develop resistance to the antibiotics. Now, let me tell you the examples of the antibiotics where there is development of resistance via the development of the efflux pumps. The examples are tetracyclines, which are broad spectrum antibiotics, right? Tetracyclines is one. Next, the other group is erythromycin, and the other one is the fluoroquinolones. Right, the other group is the fluoroquinolones, right? So these antibiotics are extruded out from the resistant microorganism via the development of the efflux pumps. All right, next. Now there is one of the mnemonic, let me tell you one of the mnemonic here. Drug resistance by inactivating the enzymes, right? Drug resistance by inactivating the enzymes. So you can remember the mnemonic, that is A, B and C, right? A stands for aminoglycosides, B stands for beta lactams, C stands for chloramphenicol, right? C stands for chloramphenicol. So drug resistance by inactivating the enzymes. What are those antibiotics? A, B, C. Aminoglycosides, beta lactams and chloramphenicol. Remember this. So these are all the various mechanisms by which the drug resistance will develop. That is, number one, because of decreased affinity of the organism to the antibiotic. The examples what we have is altered penicillin binding proteins. The second one is via alternative metabolic pathways, that is sulfonamides, example. And the third one is elaboration of the enzymes that will inactivate the drug. Example, beta-lactamases will inactivate penicillin and cephalosporins. Chloramphenicol acetyl transferase will inactivate the chloramphenicol. Aminoglycoside inactivating enzymes, they will inactivate the aminoglycosides. Next, decreased drug permeability due to loss of specific channels. Example, aminoglycosides and tetracyclines. And the last one is via the development of the efflux pumps. Right, these particular efflux pumps will cause the extrusion of the drug. Examples are tetracyclines, erythromycin, and as well as the fluoroquinolones. Alright, so this is completely about your drug resistance.